tudo bom? Vamos para a próxima parte do evento, faltando apenas 11 horas para a conclusão. Não sei nem se eu vou conseguir fazer tudo, mas vamos aí. E aqui, pensei que era lá. Pensei que era onde eu tava, vamos aí. Hum. Caraca, eu tô pegando ódio da Paimon. Por causa da dubladora, hein?
Oh, wow! Cuckoo's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news, though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only...
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole... Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some...
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exact...
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to... He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their... The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell, but all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought that...
Ó o Ajal ali. Ah, vocês não estão vendo por causa da minha câmera, né? O Ajal tá aqui no... Onde tá a minha câmera aqui. Legal.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do...
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows. And his feet, could he have previously been a warrior? Or even something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get...
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say.
What was that sound?
Sure enough, they're a relic.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all...
That's right.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Scarred face? On
Meu
closer
Deus, tem que
inspection,
fazer
could
isso
he
de
have
novo.
previously been... Something feels off.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy.
Ei, Deus.
If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You'd better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontaine. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and said,
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
"Thanks."
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't.
Yeah, Kanice, you did great.
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in.
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we
It certainly seems like it was the bait. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro.
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to.
That doesn't merely happen in films. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspire.
Sounds.
Wait. If the gun Since we took the box, the kidnapped... Does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hand? And speaking of selling stolen goods...
So, bottom line, this was an individual.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to... The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling... Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
how so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim. And timing-wise, it's about time we update. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require...
Or are you just not used to asking up?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonius.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend beforehand.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object.
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Cuckoo?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
Ah. You know,
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede,
that actually sounds like a good... In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods.
this might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found.
O reencontro do Ifa com o Kakuku. Cadê?
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free.
Not you again. Nope.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I did.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor Hal. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kakuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, Hal. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same.
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own.
Also, there's no such restaurant.
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys.
Why you? Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Really? Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Cadê o Kinich?
So now that our crew's back together again,
Oh, how about a no chance? If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room.
nope. This time, we'll...
For real now?
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing?
aren't we...
Don't know why you're laughing. You're
Oito às 10. Ah. Ai, Deus. Acho que foi, né? Não peguei a missão errada.
Bring it. Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at.
Special Patrol, open up.
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The special patrol.
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes.
good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tibet?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned.
One of his owners. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette?
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the special security.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Auroron, you said you were here to claim a lost item.
Yeah, so basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Auroron, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own... All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Eve and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found, but apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers. So
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
it's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia.
Yes, at least I assume so. We were about to refuse, but
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroron, Paimon thinks you... Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as you're...
no way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find...
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in that...
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their...
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be full. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, we'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over.
Tá, vamos ver.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza. Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza. Nothing suspicious going on here. Strange.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under...
What are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker, and I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the... This thing has a job? So in that...
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on...
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some...
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't
So I got it. But I don't remember promising...
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord, my very life.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the...
No, I mean, yes, of course they do.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't... I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be complete... As for the seller of this particular item, well, we've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slip some mora into the envelope before submit. Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, that was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so he replied. And do you know what he said? He told me that
Well, he wasn't lying about...
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way... Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look...
Feeling smug.
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from, and by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I'm so very sorry.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet,
Well, to be honest, though, I can't claim to know him very... Besides,
This is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlan.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place.
Shh, can it? Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, a trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage. But on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself.
Oh, I see. I understand.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais... All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go... As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that...
Such a hassle, bro.
See? Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to... Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tail. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's so... then it's settled. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one.
Judging by your expression, Emma.
It went smoothly.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other...
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, on top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land. Or, maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Morishose Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further... When that time comes, we will be relying on...
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Parte 2.
On the topic of... How exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient? Of course, melazines go without saying, but...
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal...
If I knew all the laws like the back of my...
That is no laughing matter.
Até amanhã, 8 às 10. Ah, mais um dia, 2 dias. Tá. Li errado, li errado. É aqui. Tem que fazer os minigames, tá ferrado.
Novelet sent someone to contact us this morning. That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out. Hey, everyone. We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested,
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere.
Oh, really? Huh.
Seems like you share our concerns, traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded, the criminal might try to blend in with the crowd. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations.
We'll be deploying lots of Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrolet of the Special Patrol.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope.
So the only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier. It would be easy if it were. All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly. To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see. Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point. Of course, there are still a lot of unanswered questions, but plus, I'm already a witness in this case.
Well, that's enough of the small talk. The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, and rooting for you.
All right, I'll head over to the venue now. Ahal's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might see you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Vai até a parte 4, acho, né? Ou essa é a última? Só dar uma olhada. É, tem mais um.
Seems to be getting livelier by the day. Paimon's.
Ih, cutscene.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
After him!
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked, this boat's not going anywhere. Quick! Don't let him get away! Be careful!
Amazing!
Lowly man! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fuck? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow,
All right, that's a wrap.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that! Such blatant disregard for human life. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that...
What, you? Alright! Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in debt. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his fault. Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. You... Please, kid, I'm begging. I see you're from Natland, too. That makes us brothers. Please, I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you. And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do? Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Que o Ajal acha?
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you.
First of all, are you've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have, on top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a
Huh? What kind of... I can't explain. I actually grew up in...
I don't want to... How? Here's your chance.
Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natland. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've... Of course, I might be wrong. But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder... Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for.
Achei virado sem voz, dublador em greve.
Many thanks.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude. right there!
Don't worry. I'm fine.
Little Kanich, thinking back to when you were just an itty bit. Don't start crying like a little baby. I am the Almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic.
What are you on about? Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plain, they're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect, they'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking, but we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation. Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for. They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it, we should never punish ourselves. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook. Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge. Yeah. Let's get going. If we don't head back...
Yay! Traveler Kanich, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away. She looked pretty pleased with herself. So after so much running in circles, turns out... Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he... Apparently the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about. Not really our concern. Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte. Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that. Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen? What? Rumors and slander! When have I, the Almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula
Often, actually. To be honest, at the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to...
You've got this park off. I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How exciting.
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of a How and...
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first. But after seeing how awkward a How looked...
And you didn't think of shit. I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera.
Really? Well, no worries.
I hope your face is ready, because it's about to get flame. I got your back, bro.
Kanich, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
I have. But given that a How's also an old relic, that would probably count. I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have...
Tá. É. Tá, agora tem que fazer os minigames. Então, por enquanto, é isso. Vamos para os minigames agora. Até a próxima.